The wind here is whistling. It's so strong and the heavy downpour is continuous.
Almost zero visibility. Typhoon high and it's raining.
I could hear the water rushing. We need to run to the second floor. But then the water, it was too fast.
On that night, we don't have any food to eat.
It was very, very difficult for us to move on.
I thought that would be our last day.
Before Yolanda, they were actively participating in the class. After Yolanda hit Tacloban, it took a month for the students to come back to school. Their interest is not anymore in school, but rather in looking for food, in reconstructing their houses. And not all students return to school. I want my students that they will go back to their normal conditions like before Yolanda, focused in their studies.
The disasters really devastated our students' lives. Before Typhoon Yolanda, what we had was fire drills, earthquake drills, and nothing was on psychosocial support. This was not given a priority.
The physical damage to local communities is largely repaired, but the psychological damage, especially on students, is very high. UNESCO is working very actively with the Department of Education, providing students as well as their teachers with practical tools. It should help us cope with stress in a much better way.
I hope that I will learn how to manage a class, especially in dealing with students who experience the typhoon, how to go back into their normal life through the psychosocial first aid.
Disasters require a very close empathy that only teachers who know their students can actually give. No? And somebody who went through the pain of a disaster, the fear of the darkness of the night, will be able to embrace another young victim and say, I understand what you're feeling. The teacher opens up the door during a post-disaster so that young learners don't have to go through that trauma for a long period of time. You kind of shorten that whole process.
Well, we use a very experiential approach to training of the teachers. We use a lot of simulations, role-playing, structured learning experiences, dabble with a little bit of lectures and a little bit of readings as well.
Exhale, 1.
The objective of the modules is to make students think about how they can help themselves.
We carefully designed this manual to provide longer-term support to students. Traumas caused by disasters, the psychological impacts are over many, many years. That's why this approach makes a big difference.
Having this training equipped us with the knowledge how to approach students with this kind of attitudes. We do it ourselves, we test it among ourselves. Bringing this learning material to the classroom is quite exciting. And then on the middle finger, you are going to draw a symbol for your inspiration.
The activity was so fun. We do raising our hands and write on it what are the symbols that are inspirations.
Just even by writing on a piece of paper, I can express my ambitions and my inspirations.
Symbol of a book because I know I have to gain more knowledge. It is just simple hand, but well, when I think that a simple hand can be used in so many things in our life, like helping and to encourage the people.
I am not the only one having this grief. It's all about all of us.
It lifted me and then changed the negative into positive.
This program is helping Tacloban recover faster because it deals with rebuilding the lives of our students and our teachers.
Okay, so see class with just a simple
Students started to go to school every day, the attendance improved, punctuality is improved, and the learning, the acquisition of learning is also improved. Teachers value and appreciate this program.
We feel different.
They tell me that they are able to care more and nurture more their students.
Okay na.
It was really a great help to facilitate the students with the help of the learning materials. The students reacted very well. They actively participated in the activities and they accepted it wholeheartedly.
take deep breaths.
I can identify students that need support now through the use of the learning manual and the experience I had in the training. So with the capabilities we learn, we can just look at the behavior on how they react to certain activities in our classroom.
You know, the Philippines is visited by a calamity, typhoon, earthquake, during the year. And the education department and our schools are actually the unit of government that actually has to deal firsthand with what is happening to the local community. Many times, children in a disaster are the ones that are left behind. I'm hoping that this project will be a wonderful first step so that we once again rediscover how nature heals itself and how communities are able to move forward after the worst disaster.
We are prone to disasters. It is about time for us to embrace a learning material that will help us recover immediately. We must develop resilience in every individual we have, particularly our students.
When you are victimized by a trauma and you lose everything, sometimes you lose even the dreams because now they seem very unreachable because you're starting from scratch. What we're trying to do is get them to dream again.